What's up, everybody? Welcome to Licked and Loaded. I'm Laura Desirée. Real treat for you all today. Okay, I fell so fast and so far in love with these two new cam broadcasters on our most recent CAM4 happy hour that I simply had to invite them onto the show and know more about their story. Tara and Brit are a real life couple and brand new cam duo. There is something so exciting and so palpable about talking to broadcasters this early in their journey in the industry. And today we're going to be hearing a bit about how they got into it, why they got into it, and how the hell they're figuring it all out as they go along in these early days. So a big, big warm welcome. This is Tara and Brit. I am thrilled at the opportunity to be chatting with two individuals who are just so brand new to this business. Tara and Brit, you are a duo cam experience. Let's get into this. First and foremost, how are you?
We're doing great today.
I'm so happy.
Well, actually, we're very happy right now.
Very blessed.
Oh, well, it is Pride Month, let's be honest. So there's like extra love in the air.
Oh, definitely.
Exactly.
So when I say you're new to the business, let's get the actual timeline. How long have you been in camming?
Like a little over 2 weeks?
A little over 2 weeks.
2 weeks. I mean, I could go a million places with how the hell are you feeling about it. But before we get there, let's talk a little bit about who you two are. Is there a background, an origin story you could give us on you two meeting and joining forces this way?
Oh, this is interesting.
We actually dated brothers. That's how we met.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is wild.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, how long ago was that? Like, what, 6 years ago?
6 years ago.
And then we reconnected.
And
You
fell
dated?
in love.
Yeah. And then we just fell in love. We were friends and fell in love.
Wow.
Yeah. We kissed, and that was then. Then we got into a relationship.
And how many years has it been now that you two are together?
2.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, that's an original story. You both dated brothers and then found a love connection between the two of you. That is phenomenal. So let's talk about
he just came out too.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, I want to get to the pride element as well here, that the two of you are, obviously a loving couple, and this is a new experience in so many ways because there was a coming out very recently. Okay.
Yeah. I just came out probably 2 years ago when we got together. She's the first girl I've ever dated. So, and I never expected to fall in love with a female. I really thought it was a sexual kink. I thought, you know what I mean? Because I only watched lesbian porn. Like, I just thought it was a sexual kink that I was into girls like that. And I never imagined actually having romantic feelings for another female. Because I was with my son's father for 10 years. But when I met Brit, I mean, it was like when we reconnected, it was love almost instantly. As soon as we kissed, sparks flew, and I was in love with her from that moment.
Wow. How would each of you describe the other one?
Oh, we're like opposites, aren't we?
Yeah, we're totally opposites in every way.
You're more like dominant outside of the bedroom.
Yeah, I definitely take control.
Way.
She's more reserved. Brit's more quiet, more shy than I am. She takes more of a submissive role outside of the bedroom. I kind of run the show when it comes to that thing. Then she lets me, which is nice.
It works out.
Yeah, it does. It does. We
So you're,
complement each other.
yeah, you're a team, right? And
Mhm.
that balance needs to be understood and respected by both parties, especially when you're entering something like camming. So whose decision was it to get into camming and how did that happen?
Both of ours.
Yeah, I mean,
We talked about it for
we
like 2
talked
years.
about it for the
Yeah.
last 2 years.
Yes.
We've been together just because we really thought, we thought we could do it. We thought it'd be fun, and we thought we had something for everyone because we have such opposite body types. So we really thought we could reach a wide audience. We had something for everyone, and who doesn't love two women?
Hmm.
So, but we weren't serious about it until recently. Brit actually is the one who pushed the issue because I actually recently just got a new job, and I was between jobs at that time, and we were going almost a month without a paycheck, and Brit brought up camming, and we kind of said screw it, and we signed up for a couple different sites and put did the process, and it was really quick, really easy, and we did our first show, and we
Loved
just
it.
we winged it, and it was awesome. We couldn't
It
believe,
was so much fun.
first we made like $70 on our first show, and we were like, oh my god, that's crazy. We just $70 for an hour or two, that's,
and it's just being ourselves
yeah.
too. So it's like,
and then it was like $140 for the next show, and then we hit like 220 for our third one, and it just kept going up, and we were like, this is awesome, and we were just having fun with it, and we really did fall in love with it.
yeah.
Well, what a happy story, right? Like, I love the momentum that's happening for you and your cam journey right now, because you can feel it, and it's very exciting, and it's important to utilize it the right way, and I guess to keep riding this as it comes at you. But tell us what happens in your cam show. How would you describe the cam experience that your viewers get to see?
Well, I mean, we start off the show usually just with regular conversation, just talking about our day, talking to who's ever on the chat.
Yeah, just being us.
Yes. And it's nice because we get a play off of each other.
Yes.
So neither of us is uncomfortable. Neither of us gets awkward. It's very light, very fun.
The viewers are fun too.
Yeah, and it's great. I eat up those compliments. I love it.
Yeah,
I do. I love
help.
it.
Yes.
It blows my head up so big. But it's nice because it is a confidence boost too, and that's, who doesn't need that, once in a while. So after a little bit of conversation, we do, we'll take requests.
The privates get extreme.
Yeah, the privates are really where the fun happens. We try to keep things
That's
light.
because it's just real. It's really real. It's us.
Wait. Brit, they get really extreme? What goes on in your privates?
Well, definitely usually the strapless strap on. And it's just,
that's usually how it ends. Yeah.
Everything goes on in it.
I mean, we do put our we put up a goal, and like once we hit the goal, like we'll start off with like the first goal will be topless making out, and then we'll move on to pussy eating, and then after that there usually, and like I said, it ends with the strapless strap on, and that's pretty much the outline of our show.
Sometimes though will be not always on private, just because it's us.
Yeah,
and we just,
we get into it.
Yes.
We enjoy it. Like
sometimes we can't wait.
Sometimes she'll be like, screw the chat, I'm going down on you.
So wait, there's an exhibitionist quality in both of you, right?
Yeah, for sure. Brit is definitely more of a voyeur.
Oh yeah.
I'm the one who likes to be watched. And it's nice because with camming, we get both elements of that. And it really works with our dynamic.
Yeah. And commentary from the chat. Has anything surprised you about that element of the business? Like the things that viewers say, the requests that viewers
The
have?
request, a lot of people love peeing.
The amount of viewers that want to see us pee is shocking. It
Yeah.
really surprised me. I mean, I knew it was a thing,
Yeah.
but I didn't know it was that
yeah.
popular.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not something we've done yet,
No.
but it's surprising how much
Yeah.
we've been asked.
You,
Right.
it's
Everyone.
Yeah, whatever you like, I'm
Yes.
fine with it. But I'm
and,
not.
and that's I think that's that kind of philosophy of like whatever you're into, that's cool, good.
Right.
That is very essential, because as people, you know, start to interact with you, a lot of the times one of the biggest qualities they value is the fact that they can come into your room and talk openly about
Yeah.
their own sexuality, their own vulnerabilities, their own desires, and like holding a space for that is kind of a major part of it, I would say, even more so than, you know, the thrill of what you're providing on camera, the visuals, like just giving people a space to openly talk about, hey, what might turn them on.
Yep. Exactly.
So interesting. And you learn a lot about the variety of desires we have. And yes, the strength of a desire like peeing. My goodness, I have heard a lot of that in my own rooms.
What else was the other one? What else was the other one?
I mean, there's armpit licking. There's spitting, which I hate.
Oh, she hates.
I
spitting
hate
really
spitting.
bad.
We say like, and I'll take the
yeah.
request if the tokens are
Yes.
enough. But like, I can't even look.
She had to close her eyes when I did it.
I did.
Okay, which makes me think about challenges, because right now anyone listening and watching is going, holy shit, it sounds like a wonderland. Let me dive right in and expect the exact same glory. What have been the challenges, and how have you worked through them? Or are there still active challenges that, you know, you're trying to figure out the best solution for?
There definitely are still active challenges. With Brit being more reserved, a little bit more shy, and with her being more of a stud, she her confidence isn't as high as mine. So like with you know,
some comments you need to ignore.
Yeah, you have to ignore certain comments,
kick some people out,
or kick people out. And not taking anything to heart is a big part of it, because, you know, people, I mean, it could be a lot worse. We've had such great viewers. Yeah, we really have. We've had a great experience so far.
There's like only a few.
There's really only been a few negative comments, and they really haven't even been that bad. And it could be a lot worse. So I'm not even trying to make it seem like it's been that bad for us, because it hasn't.
No.
But you know, certain comments can be a blow to your ego. And you just have to ignore it, not take it to heart, and just revel in the good ones and soak them up.
And so what's the best way to work through something like maybe a couple of negative comments? Do you do like a debrief after you turn the camera off? Do you touch base between streams and say, let's get back to you and me for a moment?
Yeah, for sure.
She does. Yeah, she helps
I definitely always check in on her and like ask her if she's okay. And I mean, even if there aren't any negative comments, even just after the show, like just to see how she's doing, see how she thought it went. You know, because I just want to make sure she's happy with it. That's my main priority, is her happiness.
Yes, exactly.
And
me too. I love it too.
And that's something. I mean, there are going to be challenges with camming, just like there are with everything, but we take it light, we have fun with it, and we do, and we just try to be ourselves. And our viewers are so awesome. They really seem to enjoy just us being with each other, and like it's so cool.
Oh, the comments touch your heart.
Yeah,
like some of them for real, like they make you want to cry. Some comments, like it's beautiful.
Yeah, they could see our love.
Like I love that. In the eyes, say about staring into each.
And I would love people who listen to this show, because we have a mix of, you know, other cam broadcasters and obviously fans and viewers and anyone who is pro industry, this industry. In what ways is camming more than just having something to jerk off to? In what ways is it more?
Oh, I feel like we also provide like companionship.
Yes.
We've had people who are so grateful
Yes.
that we just let them into our room
And talk to them.
and
Yeah.
talk to them. Like they are so grateful for it. And it's you know, it's sad in a way because you see how lonely some
Yeah.
people are and how really they're just looking for that person-to-person contact. And that's something that we like to provide, like a friendship almost.
Yeah, like the conversations aren't always just sexual.
No, not at all.
No.
Sometimes it could be totally
Deep,
opposite.
like
Yeah,
deep. Some of them get very deep. Like, yeah.
And like talk about their relationships.
Yes.
Like we've had
advice.
Yeah, we've had men tell us how, you know, they're in a sexless relationship with their wives.
Yeah.
That's why they're on the you know, the site. And you know, we try to be polite and try to be honest and give a woman's point of view.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and I think that's so powerful. You know, I mean, during the pandemic, especially, we saw a boom in people reaching out for virtual connections. But, you know, aside from that, I think it's the core of what we offer in camming and what's different than any other, you know, experience that's meant to arouse you is that you have someone in live time willing to talk, maybe available to listen. And that's the human factor here, right? That's what's so powerful, is the fact that it's live connections.
Yeah, and that's what I love about it. I'm a people person. Like, I mean, I have my bachelor's degree. I'm actually a social worker. And yes, I'm a social worker by day and a cam girl by night. But I love people. I love working with people. I love helping people. I love interacting with people. And that's something that camming gives me. It's that connection to be able to reach out. And like, we don't have many friends. We really only have each other.
Yeah.
And we like to keep it that way. But camming has given us so much more experience with other people and just in such a short time. And it's awesome being able to see everybody's different preferences and likes, dislikes, and, you know, what they like about you.
Yeah, it can be mind blowing in many ways, right? Like, it's just, whoa, you get this grand scope of you know, just how versatile we are and how textured we are. You know, your connection with each other is really beautiful. May I just say, I mean, when we did happy hour the other day, there were so many instances where myself and the other broadcasters on happy hour, which, if you don't know, viewers and listeners, is a multicam broadcast that we do here on CAM4, bit of a silly game show, but your connection, the two of you taking the time to make, you know, little romantic moments between each other was so beautiful. I want to talk about the balance in entering this business. How do you balance real life and cam life and keep those passions so aflame?
Well, recently it's been a little bit harder because I did just get a new job, and it's full time. So scheduling is very important to me. I have to, you know, we had to come up with a specific camming schedule, because at first we didn't know what we were doing. We were just going on it randomly, like, you know, and we didn't have a schedule or anything like that. We just we would go on when we felt like it and see what happened. And you know, then we sat down and came up with a schedule for camming that fit into my work schedule and still gave us time for each other. Yeah. That's important too, because granted, you know, with the camming, it's awesome getting paid just to hang out with each other and enjoy each other's company, but you're still not alone. You still have people watching you. You're still interacting with other people, and we still need that alone time to bring us back to just each other, which is the most important thing.
I love that. I mean, here's what I want to really get into. How does your sex life change when you become a cam couple? Do you find that you're having all of your sex on screen? How do you protect that intimacy?
No, I think it's even better.
Yeah, we do really enjoy it. It does. It is a big turn on.
Yeah.
Being able to see on video,
Yeah.
like what's actually happening. It's like you're in your own porn.
Yeah.
It's great. But we still, like, I mean, even the other day, Brit was like, are we gonna have sex and not have anyone else there?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, of course. Because we do still need that time together,
Yes.
but we really do enjoy the camming. The camming is a big turn on for us,
Yeah.
because we don't just do it for the money. We really enjoy it
Yes.
for what it is itself.
Hmm. I mean, you literally are beaming. Both of you are beaming with like so much thrill and joy in you. What would be your advice for anyone else, specifically couples entering the business? From what you've learned in the experience that you've had in just these few weeks, do you have advice for them?
What would you say?
Well, you definitely just got to be like open with each other and
Yes,
talk about
that
it.
is an excellent
Yes.
point. That is super important.
Yeah.
To lay everything out on the
Yeah.
table beforehand,
Like,
before
so
you
there's
even
not
go on
jealousy
camera.
or any,
Exactly. Because we're all human,
Mhm.
and we all have those different emotions.
Yes.
And you are essentially bringing somebody else into your bedroom,
Yes.
and you have to be prepared for that. And I mean, luckily we are very open with each other from the beginning.
Always have been. Yeah.
And so that wasn't an issue for us. But like in other relationships, this is never something that I would have even considered doing, because I mean, they just weren't as open as me and Brit are. I wasn't as honest in other relationships. I wasn't as forward. I wasn't as comfortable.
Yeah.
And that's what she gives me. And that's, I think, what our viewers see, is that dynamic between us, and that honesty, and that realness. Because we're very natural. We're very real.
Yeah. I mean, you're a real life couple, like with a beautiful history behind you and in front of you. When you talk about the openness, is that a moment to address boundaries? Would you recommend that couples talk about personal boundaries that they, maybe both feel independently and together?
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yep.
That's one of the most important things.
Yes.
Is what you yourself are comfortable with, and are willing, and what you're not willing
Yes.
to do on camera or even off cam. Like, that's something that's important in every
Yes.
relationship, camming or not.
Yep.
And that does need to be addressed, especially with camming. You have to set those boundaries so you're not breaching each other's comfortability.
Mhm.
And because that can affect the relationship as a whole.
Yes.
Like, if you're doing something that you're not comfortable with, it's not as fun, it's not as
Yeah.
light, and viewers can see that too.
Yeah.
They could see it in your face, because you're affected by it.
Yeah.
And setting up those boundaries, that has to be taught. My advice would definitely be to do that before even
Yes.
going
Yes.
on cam at all.
Yeah.
Is discuss what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with, what you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do. And setting that up in a way, and approaching it in a way that everyone involved is happy and comfortable with what's going on.
And has fun.
That's so important, is having fun.
Well, that's the key to having fun. I think, it's like, once you know quite literally the boundaries that each person involved has set for the moment, because we know those boundaries can evolve, they can change. So it is an ongoing conversation, right?
Yeah.
Because, as you do gain more experience in the business, maybe you do start to change your feelings about things that were hard boundaries. And I'm
Yeah.
not saying it's something you have to evolve into. By all means, no, there should be boundaries that you say, I am never going to cross. But as you gain experience, sometimes be ready that you might change your tone or your thoughts on some of those boundaries you had initially set.
Yes, definitely. I
Yeah.
mean, we've even become, this has brought us, I think, closer and
Yes.
more comfortable with each other, even more comfortable than we already were, because you're exposing yourself in such a different way. And it's very interesting, and it's been such a great experience for us. And I mean, it hasn't been perfect by any means, but it's been awesome.
Yes.
And we've had such a good time with it in just such a short time.
I'm excited.
I'm super excited, and we jumped right in.
Yeah.
We literally went full force. I mean, like, we weren't shy by any means. I mean, right off the bat, doing a happy hour with CAM4, that was awesome. That was so much fun. And you had to think on your toes and come up with stuff in a second.
I was very comfortable, actually.
It was so much fun.
You make it really like you made me very comfortable.
Yeah, and the fact that we won so much was so great. It was such a good feeling, because we are so new, and being able to win those challenges and everything like that gave us so much more confidence in our camming ability.
Yeah.
It really showed us we can really do something with this.
Yeah,
Because at first we weren't taking it as seriously as we are now, because we didn't really think we could do too much with it. But now so many doors have been opened for us, and I really want to thank you for this opportunity, even.
Yes.
And you've been so wonderful.
I know, she called me up yesterday. As soon as she got a message from you, called me right up.
I did. And I was so excited. And just such a great opportunity, and it's amazing how far we've come in such a short time, and we do have a lot of potential in this business.
Yes, and that's what I want people to understand, and what I think any of us who feel this good about it want people to understand, because yes, there is this societal stigma that is, weighing on many of us in the day-to-day motions of being involved in this industry. But look at the joy, the confidence, look at the benefit to your life that it can be when you say, you know what, I'm gonna experience this for myself. I'm gonna be a part of this. I just want everyone to be a part of camming. I really do. It's June as we record this right now. It's Pride Month pretty much around the world. I think Pride Month should be 365 days of the year. But I would love to know from both of you, as a queer couple in the world of camming, is there a responsibility? What does it mean to you? Give me your message of being a part of not just the cam community, but the LGBTQ plus community. How does that sing together?
Tolerance comes to mind when you say that, because so many people have such different likes and different things they're into, and acceptance, tolerance and acceptance, and especially with yourself. Being someone who just recently came out, I had to go through all that very, very quickly and very recently, and very openly. And I had to, learn all over again to accept who I was, because I thought I knew who I was. I'm 32 years old. I thought I knew who I was, and I didn't figure it out until, very recently. And so learning to accept the real me and who I am was very important, and a great experience. And I just hope that, seeing our show, seeing us, gives other people a chance to accept who they are and love themselves for who they are.
Beautiful.
Yeah, love is love. That's why I have that tattoo.
Love is love.
Doesn't matter what sex you are at all.
We've been very blessed because we've been very accepted.
Yeah, her parents are older, and they accepted me right away.
My son's father, his whole family has accepted us, and has accepted Brit into, their
Yes.
open arms.
Yep.
And it's been a really beautiful thing. We've been very blessed in that regard. You know, we really lucked out when it came to being, because I know a lot of people have a much more difficult time with it, and it could have went a completely different way for me, because, you know, being with my son's father for 10 years, and, you know, I basically left him for Brit. And that was a really hard time and a difficult experience for me. And a very difficult decision, but I had to be honest with myself. And when it comes down to it, I really am, I'm just gay. And that I had to come to terms with. And I'm very happy that I finally did.
Thank you, both of you, for your extreme openness, your extreme honesty, and this shared vulnerability. I mean, it's why I do this podcast and why people listen to this show, and this message will be carried. And I'm so excited for both of you in this future, not just in camming, but the future of your lives, because you're exciting people and you're beautiful people. Would you please let our viewers know where on CAM4 to find you and when your broadcasts happen?
Absolutely. We are on CAM4. Our name is Tara_and_Brit. And you can catch us Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday between 8 p.m. and 12 a.m. Eastern time.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This was so much fun. And of course, I can't wait to have you back on Happy Hour. I can't wait to find you on the homepage of CAM4, all that shit. I'm wishing you the happiest Pride Month, and really just all the success and continued pleasures. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for this opportunity, Laura. You have a great day.
You as well. Take care now. Bye.
This has been a CAM4 radio production. Come say hi at www.cam4radio.com.